good. My mother's been discharged from the hospital. She got a clean bill of health. She is taking some medications, but I'm just happy that she's healthy. So we back to watching scary craziness. Now you guys already know I don't trust scary ghost videos because I grew up in a haunted house. You know what I'm saying? I've only been to maybe like 1 or 2 actual haunted houses. If you want to know what it feels like being watched by a ghost or feeling a ghost's presence, it feels like you just got broken up with by Jessica Alba or a chick that has as big of teats as Cardi B. You know what I mean? You lose a chick that bad, might feel something. Let's do this.
Number 1. The WV Paranormal TikTok account is run by a man who lives deep in the woods with his family. After a series of unsettling encounters, he decided to install cameras around his property. And late one night, one of these cameras caught something that made his blood run cold.
Oh, what's that? Is that some sort of horse? The ghost of a horse?
From within the dark forest, a gray, unrecognizable figure slowly emerged. This disturbing creature seemed to have unnaturally long, thin arms, unlike anything I've ever encountered. 5 days later, another notification from the camera appeared. This time, the footage revealed a chillingly clear glimpse of whatever had been lurking in the woods.
What the hell is that? Is that a headless horseman with no head or horse? A man with like a chainsaw for a hand or something? The hell? It looks like one of the villains off of Attack on Titans, except he's human size. Oh, word? He running in slow-mo? Was that Jason Voorhees? Was he running with his arms behind him for like that? It's gotta be a serial killer. Word? Like, is that's the run? Oh boy. Oh yeah, he doing it. Orbs and everything. Yeah.
The same figure suddenly materialized from the darkness, its movements slow and unnervingly unnatural. Its disturbingly long arms and gray body were unmistakable as it dashed to the right, vanishing into the shadows. I think I can confidently say that this was not an animal, leaving 2 possible explanations. Either this was a ghost, or a strange person that desperately needs a tan.
Or Jason
Sometimes
Voorhees.
the scariest things aren't what you see, they're what you feel. That sudden rush of adrenaline, the anticipation, kind of like chasing a jackpot you didn't see coming. You go. A mobile casino at your fingertips. So if you're feeling lucky or just curious about what Mario's Fantasy World has to offer, you can download Jackpot World right now using the link in the description or scan my QR code here. Give it a try and let me know if you hit that big win. Number 2. With cameras practically everywhere these days, it's inevitable that strange things are sometimes caught. Things that have left viewers stumped and searching for answers. And some of these videos eventually end up on the unexplained subreddit. A Reddit user named RedNinja629 found himself on this subreddit, eagerly hoping that someone could explain the video he would soon upload. One day at 6:17 p.m., his mom caught a glimpse of something bizarre on their home security camera. He watched the footage and was left puzzled at what he saw. As the camera was rolling, something unusual appeared at the top of the screen. A misty form came into view for just a few moments before disappearing. This eerie anomaly somewhat resembles a snake, but as it suddenly appeared then soon vanished, I highly doubt that's what that was. I've never seen anything quite like this, so if you think you have any explanation, please be my guest and let me know. Number 3. Late into the night on April 15th, a truck driver named Ken from Illinois was making his way down the interstate. The clock in his truck just struck 3 a.m., and as he approached a bridge, he could have sworn he saw something in the middle of the road.
Go meet up with him and see if she can get him to confess. And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agreed.
Edit that out.
Where's the wife? She picks up Chuck.
I didn't hear that.
As his truck quickly approached the bridge, something unsettling can be seen in the center lane. What looks like a woman dressed in white suddenly appeared in the middle of the road, seeming completely unfazed by the massive 18-wheelers quickly zooming by. Ken knew he saw someone under that bridge, but he could sense that something just wasn't right.
I know we see stuff sometimes, we're like, it's probably just debris in the road, whatever. This wasn't like that. This felt like something was there. So I pulled up the dash cam, and you see that? That's a white figure. I don't know if that's a person, an entity. When you watch the video, you're going to believe that it's an entity because it doesn't really look like a person. It almost looks transparent. It almost looks like you can see through them.
Yeah.
This eerie figure caught Ken off guard when reviewing the footage. And the very next night, things took a chilling turn.
I had another driver reach out to me after I posted it on Facebook that he was going through there about 20 minutes before I did with another driver right behind him, and they seen the same thing as I did. But they just didn't catch it on camera. And today, at the same time as we went through there, there was a car accident, multiple cars. 2 people ended up dying. 2 people went to the hospital. Well, the 2 people that went to the hospital gave a statement that they seen a white figure in the road, and that's why the one car swerved into the other car. And this was around the same exact time, but 1 day later than when I seen it and he seen it.
2 other truck drivers and 2 of the people involved in the accident claimed to have seen the exact same figure. And because of this woman in white, the person in the car that swerved to avoid her lost their life. So what exactly could this ghoulish figure have been? And what was it doing in the road at 3 a.m.? Number 4.
That's scary.
Over on TikTok, a girl named Haley has an account filled with videos from various concerts. She loves to document the experience and share the music with everyone online. But hidden within her countless videos is a piece of security camera footage that doesn't quite make sense.
Bro, why does that look like a loose big piece of DNA?
The motion sensor on her security camera was triggered at 3 a.m., but what was caught is hard to explain. A strange worm-like anomaly traveled from the hall, through the living room, and into the dining room. This incredibly bizarre presence is unlike anything I've ever seen. As you can imagine, the comments on this video were incredibly helpful, with one person saying, "Me at 3 a.m. going to get snacks, trying not to wake the whole house." Now, whether this is a ghost or a strange floating worm, let me know what you think. Number 5. Over on the Finders Beepers History Seekers YouTube channel, Matt and Andy set out to explore an old abandoned house with almost everything left behind. And along for the adventure was Matt's dog Bear, with a GoPro strapped to his back to capture his point of view. The guys made their way to the living room, but as they dug through the forgotten items, they heard something coming from another part of the house.
Oh, I noticed cupboards, to be fair. What we got in here? We've got not very much in the bottom. Is there anything in the... What was that? You like a whistle? Where's Bear? Bear? My concern is that... Oh, he's upstairs. Bear? 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 Oh, he's coming now. That worried me. I thought he'd hurt himself or something, or... Yeah.
What sounded like a whistle quickly caught their attention and immediately made Matt wonder, where's Bear? Luckily, Bear soon showed back up, seeming as excited as ever to explore the house. And soon the 3 of them made their way upstairs. But while scoping out a bedroom, a hair-raising sound came from the stairs.
Why's that got a lock on it, though, for a bathroom cabinet? That makes no sense at all. Bear, you're just causing so much bother. What the f***?
bigger dog now.
Hello? Hello? Bear's shaking. Hello? That weren't just my imagination, that were it?
I thought it were him. But
No, because he was stood with yours.
You gotta watch out for them squatters, man.
I don't want to turn my back on this door. Or this door. Hello? We're not secure. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to hurt you. We're urban explorers. Just having a look round.
The sound of footsteps bolting down the stairs quickly caught Matt and Andy's attention. Bear stood on the stairs shaking, seeming to be aware that they were not alone. The guys searched several rooms, trying to find who or what could have caused that sound. They eventually thought to check the GoPro that was strapped to Bear's back, but when they did, they made a bone-chilling discovery. The GoPro footage revealed a person concealed beneath a bed, completely unnoticed by the guys in another room. Bear ran over, sniffing the area, oblivious at first, until he froze, his nose suddenly inches from the hidden figure. The realization hit hard. Someone was in the house. This figure sent Bear scrambling, and in that moment it became clear the footsteps on the stairs must have belonged to this person. Matt, Andy, and Bear were extremely lucky that this person didn't have any sinister intentions, as they were clearly squatting in this abandoned house, familiar with its layout, while Matt and Andy were not. Luckily, the duo made it out of this situation alive, and were even able to joke as they continued to explore.
Oh no. What is it? Is it a chair?
It's a chair. It's like an old chair.
Is there anything in these drawers?
It's in his head.
Oh no. Don't, because I could see it. Looking at the wall as well behind you. It's like a scene out of a horror film, innit? With stuff. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's horrible.
Number 6. Just over a year ago, a woman named Rose and her husband took the plunge and bought their first house. The two were extremely excited to finally have a place to call their own, but their excitement quickly turned to unease, as just a few weeks after moving in, strange occurrences began to happen around them. The couple would often hear knocking on doors from various parts of the house, but quickly wrote it off as nothing, as they were still just happy to be in their first home. One afternoon, Rose was preparing lunch to take with her to her night shift. She stepped out of the kitchen for a brief moment, and when she returned, the stove was now off. Confused, she called out to her husband, accusing him of pulling a prank, but he was nowhere near the kitchen, and these disturbances only got weirder. One evening while home alone, her husband heard faint sounds coming from the kitchen. Extremely curious, he grabbed his phone and began recording. But what he caught would haunt them both.
I heard something in the kitchen again. Yeah. Looks like the cup ghost is out and about again. What is it with these freaking cups? What? Oh, How did you see that?
At 662-671-8688 for more information. Thanks everybody for helping
none of that.
Kids. There's power in caring. Power in community.
It's still ringing?
This is getting ridiculous.
Still moving.
Remember FDIC.
Bruh, it is super cold in my crib right now, and I don't know why. My heater says 80 degrees, but it feels like it's like 60 or 65. Like, is it because I'm watching Nukes? Like, bruh.
Man, we're gonna have to do something about this now.
You have to move.
After hearing something in the kitchen, he cautiously walked over, only to find two mugs mysteriously swinging back and forth. He stood there confused, simply watching these mugs move and wondering why they weren't losing momentum. But as he stared ahead, the cabinet above them slowly began to open on its own. The sight of this sent him reeling back in fear. And when he re-entered the kitchen, the mugs were somehow still moving. Since this day, things have gone quiet in the house with no further activity. But this couple can't help but question who or what was causing these eerie events. Number 7. 7 years ago, a Reddit user known as Stalker the Zone worked as a security guard in a hospital. Late one night, with the glow of the overhead lights above him, he began his routine patrol through the building's countless hallways. Nothing seemed out of place until he passed a hallway and, without thinking, noted a wheelchair sitting to his left. Sometime later on his next patrol, something stopped him in his tracks. The hallway was the same, but the wheelchair was not. It now sat to his right, in a totally different spot than before. A chill crept down his spine as he realized he wasn't alone. And it was then that he decided to start recording.
Oh, hell no.
He stared ahead, patiently waiting to see if anything would happen, when suddenly the wheelchair began to move. The large wheels in the back began to spin as the chair rolled forward. And if you watch closely, the wheelchair appeared to rotate to face the man recording. The sight of this instantly sent him running, and I applaud his quick reaction, as I would have also ran for my life.
Real talk. I'd have got the hell out of that.
Number 8. A man named Dustin works at a hotel in the Appalachian Mountains. It's not uncommon for him to experience strange things while working alone at night. And for the last year, he's documented his unsettling experiences on TikTok. One night while at work, he was the only person in the building, or at least that's what he thought. Dustin could have sworn he saw a woman dressed in black standing in the back hallway. His heart immediately began racing as he pulled out his phone to record.
Okay,
This is the same guy who was at work before and saw the freaking Dementor with the white Voldemort face. Like, it was wild.
Freaking out a little bit. So,
You need to get a better job.
I was in the back hallway, and I was just walking through, and there was somebody back there.
I can hear whispering. That's not good.
Like, she was just standing there, but it was like back there.
I can feel his fear with him. Was that another one? Oh boy. I can hear that.
Okay, I know I'm not fucking crazy though, because I took pictures.
Dustin walked through the building, trying to remain calm as he explained what he saw. But as he stepped through a doorway, a dark figure can be seen behind him. This ominous figure was dressed in black, with long dark hair covering its face. Despite walking directly past it, Dustin didn't seem to notice its presence. He then made his way to the back, but as he turned a corner, this horrifying figure was once again directly behind him. Its pale face turned in his direction, with an unnaturally large grin and hollow eyes looking towards him. Just as before, Dustin remained oblivious to this ghastly presence. This face instantly gave me chills, as it's one of the scariest things I've seen in a while. And after this video, Dustin better demand a raise, because what the is that?
I need
Make sure to
all
follow
the
me on
money.
Instagram to hear more.
I need $16 billion gajillion to work at this job. Y'all ain't gonna play me. Know your worth, people.
Reaching out. This next video was sent to me by Nukestop viewer Philip Whitaker from Burnley, England. In his email, Philip says that he has had several strange experiences around his home, but has never caught anything on camera. Until now. One night, his fiancée is sitting quietly in the living room when this happens.
What do you mean this? Huh? Huh?
The faint humming of a woman can be heard as a pale translucent mist seems to fly directly over Philip's girlfriend, sending her running from the room in panic. Philip and his fiancée have no idea what they captured on their security camera. But what do you think this is? Caught live on camera. Live streamer Kayoya's Twitch and YouTube channels are focused on gameplay and Pokemon. None of his videos or live streams have any connection with the paranormal, which makes this next clip very strange. During one of Kayoya's live streams on Twitch, he is playing a game and talking to his audience when he hears something behind him.
He's not coming, guys. Brock's not coming. Oh no! What? Oh my goodness. All right. How many people we got? Hello? Okie dokie. My little hand vacuum fell over for some reason. Whatever.
Kayoya explains that his handheld vacuum has mysteriously just fallen to the floor. But did you see it? The live streamer is completely unaware, but a dark, shadow-like figure seems to peek into frame right behind him. Kayoya has no idea who or what this is. In a follow-up video, he explains exactly where it happened.
Okay, so right over here is where he was caught. Here's the little hand vacuum that kind of just went like that. Probably a little softer, but that's roughly what it seemed to be. It was right here on the floor, so that's nice. Also, here's the stairs going up, and here I'll go up them just so that you all know what it sounds like.
I am being as soft as I can, and it still makes this much noise. So, like, don't even try, bro. Trust me.
So even if this was just a real person, then who was it? And how did they not make a sound on the creaky staircase? Kayoya believes that he might have captured a paranormal event live on camera. But as always, I leave it up to you to decide. Child's play. Marika de Wit from the Netherlands posts on TikTok that she is worried about her youngest son. 2-year-old Mateo is playing in his room upstairs when Marika hears the boy yelling. She hurries upstairs to check on him, but everything seems fine. But when she looks at her security footage to see what the problem was, she is shocked.
Like not the chair, baby. Oh no. He even said ow. That's not very nice.
Mateo appears to be looking at and even arguing with someone or something that we can't see. Then the 2-year-old seems to be pushed backwards onto the floor. Now Marika says that Mateo is fine and was completely unharmed. But this is where the story takes a very strange turn. You see, Marika says that she was originally pregnant with triplets, but sadly the other 2 fetuses failed to develop, leaving only little Mateo. Marika believes that Mateo might be visited by the spirits of his unborn siblings. But what do you think happened to little Mateo? Let me know. Sticks and stones. Belgian urban explorer Jens from the YouTube channel Simtex travels to a small town in Germany to explore a 120-year-old abandoned sanatorium. The sanatorium was built in 1905 to treat patients suffering from severe and life-threatening lung disease. The clinic eventually closed its doors in 1992, but the structure was left to rot and decay for almost 30 years. Jens is joined by his friends as they attempt to do a paranormal investigation inside the sanatorium. The mansion-like structure is a bit remote, hidden away and surrounded by woods. So when the explorers begin to hear strange, unexplained noises coming from outside, they're understandably a little freaked out.
Ze kloppen. Ja, zijn er nog mensen? Kom, er zijn er nog mensen. Ja? Ja, zullen we ook. Wacht. Hier is iemand. Wacht. Kan politie zijn, kan politie.
Het was wel duidelijk dat er mensen waren, meerdere mensen zelf. Ik persoonlijk had maar 1 persoon gezien, maar als ik de videobeelden achteraf traag bekijk, zie ik zelf meerdere mensen. Hier zie je duidelijk 4 personen staan, waaronder 3 met zaklamp. Het moment dat ik naar buiten keek, deden er 2 personen hun zaklamp uit. Dat is dus al iets wat niet klopt. Mensen die hun niet herkenbaar willen maken, dat klopt gewoon niet. En dat wisten wij. Die angst dat we hadden, was niet normaal.
Er is hier iemand. Nee, ik heb echt iets duidelijk gezien. Het was een zaklamp en ik heb een P gezien.
The Simtex team see the glare of multiple flashlights nearby and fear that there might be dangerous people lurking just outside. Then they hear something downright chilling.
That's just people, I think. I hope.
Oh, moet even naar buiten, ik heb zoiets los dat je in soort te denken.
Even keren, hallo?
Goedendag.
Ja, als het feit dat ze niet antwoorden is het raar.
Ja, dat is inderdaad fucking erg.
Het moment toen we riepen, hallo, goedendag, niemand antwoordde. Waarom zou je niet antwoorden? Dat is het bewijs dat het slechte intenties had.
Ja, die is ons bang aan het maken. Die is ons maar buiten aan het lokken. Je probeert het te laten doen. Nee, deze is niet juist, man.
The Urbex group is shocked as it sounds like the people outside are hacking and stomping away at the very building itself. The entire foundation seems to shake and rubble starts to fall from the ceiling above them. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
Snel. Kom hier, Via. Kim?
Yo!
Alles oké?
Some people really be like that too.
Huh?
You gotta be careful,
Ça va,
bro.
Kim? Ça va, Kim? Alles oké?
One of the towers of the sanatorium gives way and collapses, almost coming down right on top of them. They make a run for it and just barely make their escape from the collapsing building. Now they are in a panic, and the group hurries through the woods to find their way back to the small road near the sanatorium. But when they get there, they encounter 4 young men who are acting very suspiciously.
What the f***? Hè? Heb je opgespeeld? Wat? Airbags. Alles chill?
Yes, yes. Are you okay? Are you okay? Hey.
What are you doing?
Are you okay? We make lost places. Huh? Lost places.
But we were inside?
We are inside? Bitte? We are inside? No. No. We are inside.
Maar nee, maar wacht, Mathieu, rustig.
Zeg we crazy of zo, dikke?
We were already dead.
Huh?
Maar nee, hebben zij English?
There. There.
He was inside.
I'd have teed off from the dude with the stick. I'd have kept all their camera equipment. We taking shoes. You know what I'm saying? We running pockets. I don't play like that. If I get pranked, I prank back. You know what I'm saying? My prank is called the in real time robbery prank with BlastphamousHD. It's gonna be great.
We are here.
What have you done?
I found it here.
Yes, but you broke the house. It's coming down. We was inside.
No. I saw you.
Is it? Yes, we were inside. Look.
Rustig.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
We're nearly dead.
Do you have Wunde oder
No, but we are scared.
Are you injured?
Look, we are scared.
Yes. What happened? We heard it only.
You? I don't know what you do, but you have stepped the building. It's coming down. We was inside. Yes,
no, we was
have
not
seen you.
inside. Nee.
we hebben alles op camera.
Hey, niet roepen, rustig. Rustig praten.
Nou,
Denk je dat waren zij, dikke? We waren bijna dood, dikke.
Maar waren zij het?
Maar ja, maar wacht, doe nog zo'n schuld, dikke.
Why are you guys doing this? Why?
Oder ist noch wer drin in dem Haus?
Die kamen doch mal rausgerannt. Ja?
Also ihr seid komplett.
No. We are not with them, eh?
Nee.
We are just tourists. I don't know what they do, but they come outside.
Wer war da jetzt drin? Wart ihr drin?
Hier mit seinem Stock, ja. Wir sind da hingekommen und haben... wir 4 kennen uns. Wir sind da hingekommen, haben von außen gesehen, dass es von außen für uns zu gefährlich ist, da reinzugehen. Daraufhin haben wir kehrt gemacht und sind wieder rausgegangen.
Ja.
Nee, dat is niet waar.
Maar wacht.
Wer komt uit dat bos? Ik heb het niet gelopen.
Hij ligt.
Maar rustig, maar wij deden ook niks.
Dat is toch volkomen egal. Seid ihr?
Deze content moeten jullie zien, want deze is gestoord. Mensen die gewoon expres een gebouw laten instorten. Wij zaten daar binnen.
Wat is dat dan? Wat is dat?
Feuerwehr.
Kijk, nu hoort je hier een alarm afgaan. Dit is dus effectief voor ons. Hè. Dat is dus een brandweer die wordt opgeroepen omdat er iets ingestort is.
The young men claim that they had nothing to do with the partial collapse of the sanatorium.
They always claim they had nothing to do with it. I don't know what you're talking about. You're tripping.
Almost ended the Simtex team. But it seems fairly obvious that they are the culprits. In minutes, police, ambulances, and firemen arrive on the scene. Jens tells them exactly what happened, but the 4 mysterious young men have now fled into the night, never to be seen again. Jens points out that one of the men was holding a large wooden object that he believes they might have used to beat at the base of the rotting building, causing the collapse.
Yeah.
Luckily, Jens and all of his friends escaped without a scratch.
Very lucky.
This incident is yet another example of why I always say people are usually scarier and much more dangerous than anything paranormal.
Yup, because when you catch a person in some crap, they usually just start making crap up in order to shuck accountability. I don't know what you're talking about. What?
You can watch this entire chilling video over on the YouTube channel, Simtex, High School Horror. Reddit user responsible ad as a security guard at a high school in Mexicali, Mexico. One night, he hears the sound of someone talking just outside on the school grounds. When he goes to check it out, he gets the scare of a lifetime.
Se escuchó un cabrón por aquí. Tengo miedo que alguien se haya
When you say
metido.
scared a lifetime, you don't mean us get scared too, right?
Pero, pues igual. Está bastante oscuro, ¿no? Es que se escuchó a alguien. ¡Su puta madre! ¡Su puta madre!
What?
¡Su puta madre! ¡Su puta madre!
No!
¡Madre, güey! ¡Puta madre, güey! Se miró algo, güey. Se miró a alguien, güey. No mames. No mames. No mames.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
When the video is brightened and slowed down, a strange face can be seen quickly moving out of sight behind the air conditioning unit at the corner of the building. The security guard runs to check it out, but there's nothing there. What makes this footage even stranger is that no legs or feet can be seen, almost as if this head has no body. The security guard is freaked out and claims that what he saw was absolutely something paranormal. He says that he searched the high school grounds but never found anyone. So what do you think this is? Let me know.
A reason to get a gun?
In the Pines. Facebook user Silas Neposh is with his friends exploring the beautiful snowy landscape of Quebec, Canada, when suddenly they spot something very strange in the distant tree line.
Is that a...
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, Dexter, whoa!
Trees don't do that. Was a tree fighting other trees?
Something happened over there. There's in these trees there.
I ain't going closer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The tree is running?
What's
the tree is running?
Now this odd video went viral when many Facebook viewers noticed what looked like a large humanoid figure that seemed to actually be picking up the trees and carrying them. Some Facebook comments claim that the figure is a Sasquatch or Yeti.
They do exist.
And some even believe it could be, aliens. Either way, just what do you think is going on here?
The Hulk.
Let me know down in the comments.
The Hulk is out for a stroll.
Sticking his neck out. OG paranormal live streamer Ala from the YouTube channel Adventurer Ala is back on yet another creepy live exploration. This time Ala is at an old empty warehouse located somewhere in Saudi Arabia. Locals say that the building was abandoned because it is haunted by an evil entity or, quote, jinn. Ala is a little nervous as he explores the property grounds, and he should be, because strange things start to happen almost.
Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah.
I don't even know what that means.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
Sound like he's saying
بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء.
Smula.
وهو السميع العليم.
Y'all remember Juicy Smouye? The one who tried to say black people jumped him because he was in the dudes? Don't get mad at us. Don't talk about some black people aren't talking. They're not standing up for me. Not knowing that us not talking
اللهم إن كان هذا
was
سحر
helping
فابطله.
him out. That is us helping.
Allah searches the property but is unable to find any explanation for this strange phenomena.
We all knew he was lying.
But what happens next is very odd and downright chilling.
Really? Oh, the pony. I think.
يا ويل أمي.
Is it a pony?
يا ويل أمي.
Is it a werewolf?
الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء.
Maybe this ghost
حسبنا
does
الله
not
ونعم
care about
الوكيل.
your religious yellings, bro. Is that a moose? Oh no!
لا 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 والله يا جماعة.
Oh God, its neck is erect.
والله يا جماعة مني بايع عمري. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. والله مني بايع عمري. والله مني بايع عمري.
An abandoned giraffe plushie suddenly just starts to move on its own. The neck straightens out and seems to raise up as if the stuffed animal is alive. And with that, Allah has had about enough. He ends the live stream and just gets out of there. The explorer believes that he might have captured a manifestation of the sinister jinn that is said to haunt the abandoned warehouse. But what do you think is going on here? Is it a haunted stuffed giraffe? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
To be a hoax.
Into the woods.
Oh no.
YouTube user RexyBoy34 claims that he was out in the woods with his friends, just kind of messing around and taking pictures and videos. No. Then he spots something strange near the trees.
The trees. Tree intercourse. What? It's a free country. Huh? People are boning moose, meat meals, and you know, and cats. Apparently Shane Dawson bones cats. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
What the hell is that?
Oh, okay. He knows.
Behind you. I'm being serious, there was something there. There was. I'm not, there was something there.
Someone or something comes lurching from the forest towards them. The group seems overcome with fear and they make a run for it. Now, YouTube user RexyBoy34 only ever posted this one video to his YouTube channel, so it's kinda hard to say whether this footage is real or perhaps more likely, maybe just a prank. Bro. But either way, I'd wager that this girl was not in on the prank because, well, look at her.
You weren't in on that one. Oh boy.
Something fishy is going on. Data from the popular Indian YouTube channel Crazy About Fishing and Cooking as well. He's crazy about fishing and cooking, I guess. Anyway, all of Data's videos are about his hobby of fishing in rivers and lakes in India and then cooking the fish he caught. On one of his fishing trips, he is joined by two of his friends as they hike deep into the wilderness to find the best spot to fish. They make their way through thick vegetation and even cross a creek by using a small fallen tree as a makeshift bridge. Now it goes without saying that when they finally find a fishing spot, it is very remote and no one should be there but them. But as the sun is setting and the day comes to an end, this happens.
दिसतंय का तुम्हाला भास होतं का तुला कमालच दिसतंय
Yeah, I already don't trust the forest, Mike.
अरे येडा बघ ना ते
You ain't gonna catch me camping.
अबे एवढा हसतंय ना तो कोण आहे तिथे
Oh, you hey, hey, you better run. You slut. I mean that in a good way. Love sluts. Sluts are great people. You guys remember the Slut Dragon episode from Rick and Morty? See, that proves it.
काय रे काय होतं
You better run, slut.
एवढा माणूस दिसत नव्हता
Didn't see the man. It was a dude. That's even sluttier.
Someone or something can be seen mysteriously running through the dark woods near Data and his friends. They yell out to the stranger, but whoever it is does not answer. Even weirder, the person just seems to disappear amongst the trees. Data says that this was the most terrifying experience he's ever had while fishing. And to this day, Data and his friends still don't know who or what they saw. Many viewers of his YouTube channel believe they might have had a paranormal encounter.
Nah, man, that was a weirdo.
But you decide.
That was a weirdo.
What is this? Let me know down in the comments. Just passing by. To pass right by the man as it creepily climbs up the stairs. But the man doesn't even seem to notice the eerie dark shape. Now, without a source, we'll never know whether this footage is real or just an elaborate hoax. But let me know what you think.
That's no hoax.
So be sure to subscribe. A rough ride. TikTok user Jose Castillo and his friends often mountain bike after work on some wooded trails near the city of Oaxaca, Mexico. One evening after dark, Jose and his friends go out on a trail that they've taken many times before.
No.
This time, things take a terrifying turn.
Come on, bro.
Jose's GoPro camera is recording when something happens that still gives him chills to this day.
Can you not give us the chills that he got? Help, man. What was that? That wasn't
Did you see it? Someone or something appears out of nowhere and Jose barely manages to swerve around it. When slowed down and paused, the figure appears to be cloaked, wearing a veil that's translucent enough that you can see what looks like a face.
Oh!
A very disturbing face.
Oh,
Many
no.
viewers of Jose's TikTok believe that he captured the infamous weeping woman, La Llorona, a vengeful spirit of Mexican lore that mourns the loss of her children. But what do you think this is?
I don't want that.
Let me know.
I thought it was a tree. A black tree.
Exploration
It's a
gone
white
wrong.
woman.
Two friends
it's
decide
not
to
good.
explore an abandoned industrial park at an undisclosed location in China.
Wedding clothing
The site has
and
been abandoned for
shit.
over 3 years,
You know?
and most of the entrances have been locked shut to prevent
deserves that,
intruders
man?
and squatters. But this doesn't stop the two explorers as they manage to find a way inside.
Okay. Okay.
They start to explore the construction floor by floor.
No.
That's when they spot something absolutely unnerving.
That's when they spot something that's absolutely not. Because I absolutely would not be in here. Absolutely not. What we do? We stealing? Well, shit, grab a chair or something. Grab that blanket down there, bro. Shit, hey, get them paper down. No, wait. Okay. I wasn't scared. That's just the adrenaline from the Hot Pocket. It's the Hot Pocket was hot.
Did you see it?
Did I see what?
Someone appears to be sitting on a chair inside one of the empty offices. The cameraman calls out to his friend and they quickly turn back and check out the room.
What the?
But there's no one there.
What the?
So did they accidentally capture a paranormal event? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. An odd intruder. A woman in Jamaica steps outside to retrieve something from her car, but she doesn't know that an absolutely chilling event is about to occur.
Damn. Oh.
As the woman exits her house and walks towards her car, we can see some strange translucent shape charge out of the woods near her house and run right inside the front door. Now, whatever this is does not seem to be any kind of compression glitch. The woman in the video is perfectly clear, and also the figure approaches the light and still remains an odd, indistinguishable mist.
You gotta shoot that.
But is it supernatural? And if not, just what is this? As always, I leave it up to you to decide.
Nothing you want in your house.
Jerry. After 3 years of living a happy, peaceful life in their apartment in the United Arab Emirates, Zark, his wife, and son suddenly begin to experience terrifying, unexplained activity.
Shh. Let me just check.
Don't check. Never check.
It's coming from the cupboard.
Could you please stop?
Besides hearing knocking, banging, and scratching, the family has a truly bizarre scare when one day they inexplicably find maggots all over their apartment. Zark is suddenly woken up by the unexplained sound of running water.
It's 5 minutes early today.
Bro, I ain't doing none of this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not scared. I just look scared. Now, I would prefer if there was nothing around this corner. Okay, that looks good.
Okay.
No.
Zark hears the sound of running water and discovers that both the faucet in the kitchen and the bathroom have mysteriously turned on by themselves. Zark then hears loud banging and the sound of someone running. He then captures a strange, small, smoke-like figure moving right in front of him. Zark is freaked out by what he has just experienced, so he checks his CCTV footage to see if anything else was captured that night. When he rewinds his footage back to just before the running water woke him, he is shocked by what his CCTV captured.
That goes playing a prank on him. Why is he using the kitchen appliances?
A tall, translucent figure can be seen walking right beside a scooter that seems to move across the floor. Zark is now convinced that his apartment is haunted by something that he can't explain. Could this presence be what his son calls Jerry? Let me know what you think. You can follow Zark's continuing paranormal story over on the YouTube channel, Zark Scary Haunting Spirits. If you're a regular viewer of Nuke's Top 5, you might remember TikTok user Josiah Worley. Josiah experienced and recorded multiple paranormal experiences in his home in Minnesota, and was also sort of known for his unhealthy lifestyle, as he was usually drinking in his videos.
For some stupid reason, my phone went from 30% to 5%. So I'm gonna take a shot. Do something.
Ooh, what the
As I was getting ready to leave, my phone almost died. Shh, what the f? What happened to the light? I'm gonna go grab everything that I possibly can. Okay, try me, bro. What's good? I'm not a bitch. At least I didn't think I was, but I'm starting to progressively become more scared.
In an attempt to escape the extreme paranormal activity in his apartment, Josiah moved to a new city with his girlfriend, and he also began to try to improve his bad health habits. But, as you might have guessed, whatever was haunting Josiah seems to have followed him to his new home.
Oh no!
I just got off a FaceTime with my friends Bree and Liz, and they were saying that something was in the hallway. No, it's in the kitchen. My chair is moving. It's...
Oh. Hey, you gonna turn around on him?
It's straight up moving. I don't...
Well,
Maria.
Look like you need a better drink.
Josiah starts to become unnerved by the strange activity and slowly starts to return to his bad habit of having an occasional drink.
Yeah, pretty much.
One night, Josiah is boiling water in the kitchen when something happens that shocks him to his core.
Okay, so I will say I'm stupid for drinking. That knife fell out of that little f***ing knife container thing.
A kitchen knife flies off the knife block and lands with the point buried in the floor. Josiah is absolutely shocked and says he has no idea what this dark poltergeist could be that seems to follow him from place to place. But let me know what you think.
Understandable that he
The
drinks.
Hungry Haunting. This next creepy video is a bit of a mystery. It was posted to YouTube over 13 years ago on an account that has no other info than the strange name Freeze Dave Ram. So YouTube user Freeze Dave Ram explains that he occasionally hears strange noises in his home in Hungary, but he says he never really thought much about it. Then one night he's practicing some music on his keyboard. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
I ain't seen nothing. What happened?
Hallo?
What the hell? What?
objects around the house fall and some even seem to be thrown. A TV malfunctions in a truly unnerving way and a door slams shut. The musician just makes a run for it, and the video abruptly ends. But that's not all, because did you see it? Someone or something appears to be standing in the shadows of the living room, and YouTube user Freeze Dave Ram doesn't even see it. So could this dark, ominous figure be the cause of this terrifying activity? Or is this 13-year-old YouTube video just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The Shadowy Shepherd. This next creepy video was captured by Twitter user Eldar Glorfindel. Eldar says that he and his friends were about to head home after spending a day at the beach in the city of Niterói, Brazil. They spot a lone goat trotting down the street. So Eldar decides to take a quick video of the goat to share with his friends on social media, kind of as a joke. But his friends are shocked when they spot something that Eldar did not see.
Qual é, mano? Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Some eerie figure can be seen watching Eldar and his friends from the shadows. Eldar's baffled and swears that he and his friends didn't see anyone standing there at the time. But whoever or whatever it is, the goat does seem to take notice. So what do you think is going on here? Let me know down in the comments.
Qual é, mano? Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Smiling Jack. A paranormal investigator that goes by the name Midwest Ghost Hunter sets out to investigate the Roselawn Cemetery in Roseville, Minnesota. Now, for years, local police would receive frantic phone calls from cemetery visitors who claimed to see a terrified man who was trapped inside one of the graveyard's mausoleums. But no matter how many times police rushed to the cemetery to check it out, they never found anyone. The mausoleum was always locked and empty. Local legend began to say that this man was a trapped spirit inside the mausoleum. They called him Smiling Jack, named after a picture of a smiling man found inside the mysterious mausoleum. Investigator Midwest Ghost Hunter scouts the cemetery for hours in the middle of the night, hoping to find any signs of Smiling Jack. He almost gives up, but then he decides to take some photos of the inside of the mausoleum. What he captures is downright chilling.
Whoa, what the f? Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, I just caught a face. Holy oh my god. Dude, I just caught a face in there. Oh my god.
An eerie smiling face can be seen in one of the photos, and investigator Midwest Ghost Hunter is absolutely shocked by the capture. But he's not ready to leave just yet, so he begins to ask Smiling Jack some questions. And that's when things take a terrifying turn.
Jack,
Even worse than they already were.
if you can hear my voice, I know you're here. Tap on this window. Tap on it just like this. I don't know, guys. It seems like he's gone.
And with that, the investigator has had enough for one night. So could it be that the stories of Smiling Jack are true? Could there be a spirit eternally trapped inside the mausoleum? Let me know what you think. You can watch this and many more spooky moments over on the YouTube channel, Midwest Ghost Hunter. Return to the basement. 2 months ago, we watched popular urban explorer Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill experience what he says was one of the most terrifying moments of his life as he had a disturbing paranormal encounter inside a 100-year-old disappearing act.
Who is here? Come on! You matter!
Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiaolong sets out to investigate the creepy story surrounding an abandoned and allegedly haunted mansion in Foshan City, China. He broadcasts his exploration live on his YouTube channel and also on a Chinese broadcasting app as thousands tune in to watch his live stream. As Xiaolong makes his way through the massive building, exploring the long hallways room by room, he suddenly hears a very eerie sound.
This is哪里？惊人！
No music. I don't like that.
哎呦，我操你妈的！这是里边声，不知道是外边的还是这楼里的。
Xiaolong is shocked as he hears the creepy sound of a guqin, an ancient Chinese musical instrument, being played by someone. But Xiaolong's night is about to become much more terrifying. As he continues to explore, he finds himself lost in an endless maze of confusing hallways in the large abandoned mansion. What happens next is downright chilling.
我操你妈，这真大呀！我他妈好像他妈走不出去了。我操你妈！哎呦，哦！我操你妈！哎呦，哦！我操你妈呀！我操你妈！
Now you're out of breath and haunted. Not a good idea. Oh. Why would you keep insulting their mother, man? Yeah, that's bad.
Xiaolong is shocked as he sees an eerie shadow figure seemingly watching him from the end of the hall. He charges toward it only to find that it has disappeared and now reappears back where he started. He chases it, but again, it disappears into thin air. In the distance, he sees a door unexplainably closed by itself. So Xiaolong thinks that the dark figure he saw might have ducked inside the room. So he heads toward the door to investigate.
No. Run, ho!
我操你妈！听这声！
Wow, yeah, that's gonna make them stop. You think they like it when you insult their mother? Of course not. Try your trap.
And with that, Xiaolong has had enough. He sprints along the winding halls of the mansion and eventually makes his escape. So did Xiaolong capture a strange teleporting shadow figure?
Yeah.
As always, I leave that to you to decide. You can watch many more of Xiaolong's terrifying explorations live on his YouTube channel, Outdoor Xiaolong. Stranger in the House. When TikTok user Leanne moved into her new house with her son and 2 daughters, she didn't know much about the property's history or previous owners. But as it turns out, a man had taken his own life in the house many years ago. Even stranger, the previous owners said that the house was haunted by that man's ghost and had left in fear. So, not long after Leanne and her family move into the house, odd, unexplainable things begin to occur. One day, Leanne notices her 6-year-old son Dylan exhibiting some very odd behavior. Little Dylan is playing with his toys in the living room when he can be heard saying, "Who's that?" Then Dylan seems to be looking at something that we can't see, before quickly spinning around, seemingly frightened by something behind him, almost as if he felt something touch him. And things just get creepier from here. One autumn day, Leanne is outside filming little Dylan as he plays in the fallen leaves. Then this happens.
Yay!
That's weird.
Dylan happily throws around leaves and then he seems to throw his toy at something. But then some unknown force seems to forcibly shove him to the ground. Leanne believes that the spirit that haunted their house was now targeting her 6-year-old son. Soon after this video and several other incidents, Leanne and her family moved out. They had only lived in the house for 7 months, but they no longer felt safe. So, was Leanne's house haunted by the former tenant? What do you think? The unwanted roommate. Popular paranormal investigator Chriselle Luna says that after 8 years of exploring haunted places, that some strange dark presence seems to have attached itself to her and even followed her home.
Oh boy.
At her new apartment in the Dominican Republic, she sets up multiple cameras around her home in hopes of capturing the strange paranormal activity that she experiences on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it works. Late one night as Chriselle is sleeping in bed, her security camera catches something chilling.
Oh, she sleeping doggy style? That's what's up. Oh. Yeah, she haunted this shit. The ghost is holding it there. Oh, that's a go.
Eerily, a pillow at the end of Chriselle's bed begins to move, rocking back and forth on its own. Then a painting on the wall just sort of slowly rotates. The sound of the painting scraping along the wall wakes Chriselle, but she's confused and has no idea where the strange sound might have come from. Cut to the next night, and Chriselle is woken again by strange sounds, but this time the bizarre noises are coming from her empty, dark bathroom. She grabs her phone and hits record. What she captures is absolutely unnerving.
Chriselle's audio during the next dip was mysteriously corrupted.
No por la facha por todo, pero eso no lo estaba escuchando. Se engañó. Vámonos de aquí. Ay,
I thought it was gonna be worse. I got scared.
A creepy mist-like figure can be seen moving around in Chriselle's bathroom, but when she heads in to investigate, there's nothing there. So is Chriselle haunted by a dark presence? Or just what is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch Chriselle's entire video and many more creepy explorations over on her YouTube channel, Chriselle Luna. Watching you. This next video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Felix Estrella from Gainesville, Florida. One very early morning, Felix admits that he was a little inebriated when he went outside for some...
Happened in January of 2020, when I was 18. Over winter break, I had signed up for DoorDash since a couple of my friends were also doing it. I didn't really need the money, as I was in high school and still living with my parents, but it was more to just have something to do. And as a kid, a couple $100 a week was pretty nice. My first few nights went smoothly. I got the hang of it after the first 3 or 4 orders, and after that, it was all just the same sort of work cycle. During my second week, I started working more though, getting excited about making money for the first time and trying to make as much as I could. My friends were doing the same and had mentioned that on days with bad weather, you'd usually make even more. So on the one night when snow started coming down, I chose to hit the road and do some deliveries. For the first hour, I was FaceTiming one of my friends as we were both driving around, but he stopped and went home around 8. It was Saturday, so I could stay out as late as I wanted, but by 10, I was getting a little bored. I took up one more order. I got the bag and drove to the neighborhood it was in. This was just some regular street with very average houses. By now, the snow had covered up everything though, which made it both hard to drive and hard to see the numbers on the houses. I slowly made my way down the street until finally finding the right address. It was a 2-story, typical-looking suburban home that still had Christmas lights hanging on the trees outside. I parked and put my hazards on, then got out. I double-checked that the bag had everything as I walked up the driveway, but as I approached the porch, I saw that the front door was open.
Oh, hell no.
Not all the way, but enough to be strange considering it was snowing and cold. I figured it was so I could leave the bag inside the house rather than out in the snow. So when I got up to the door, I pushed it a little bit more open and slid the bag inside the house. But just as I pulled my phone out to take a picture for confirmation, I heard a woman's voice yell from across the house. She asked if I was the delivery person dropping off her order.
Yep.
It sounded like a young woman, maybe even early 20s.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I put it right here in your doorway.
Yeah,
I
girl.
said, not expecting the conversation. The woman responded right away, saying I could push the door open and bring the bag to her. I knew it was strange to be asking me to go inside their house, but I pushed the door open just to see where they were.
Come out to
Past
the
the
door and I'll bring
entrance,
it in.
there was a long hallway that led to what I think was the kitchen. And on the wall, I could see the clear shadow of the woman who was presumably standing right around the corner.
She's not naked. It's not sexy.
Where do you
Run.
want me to bring it?
Run.
There was a long moment before the woman responded.
Only ugly women do this.
She leaned half of her body around the corner and showed herself at the end of the hallway, telling me to just bring it over to her and gesturing with her hands for me to come in. But as she went back around the corner and out of sight, I realized that the shadow outline on the wall hadn't moved with her. It was someone else's shadow standing somewhere by her around the corner. I stood there for a second as I felt blood rush through my body. Then I quietly placed the bag down and took a few steps back before turning and rushing away from the house. I stumbled into my car and glanced back at the house as I pulled away. In the front window, the figure of a large man approached and watched as I left. I stopped at a nearby gas station to catch my breath and rethink everything that happened. It was pretty clear by how everything played out that this was some kind of setup, but I also knew the police would have nothing but my word to go off of.
He was gonna do Diddy things.
I did end up reporting
Diddy
it,
things!
but when they went to the house to ask the woman about what happened, she denied that anyone else was there and denied the officers access to search the home for anyone else. So, like I said, the police were unable to do anything at the time. What the woman and the man were trying to do by getting me inside their house is unknown. And I can only imagine that I wouldn't be here right now if I had gone inside without thinking twice.
Cooking you got quiet.
Last year, my roommate moved out of the house we had been renting together for the past 4 years. By then, both of us had gotten better jobs and were getting paid more, and the house we had wasn't the best, so it was only a matter of time before one of us moved out to get their own place. After he moved though, I was able to use more of the space in the house and actually just decided to stay there for another year or two. This happened during this time in early December. Our area was going through a week of some pretty bad snowstorms, and the office I worked at allowed us to work from home for a few days if we wanted to. Obviously, I chose to take the offer. I used my old roommate's bedroom as an office and worked throughout the day, but at one point while I was working, there was a knock at the front door. I left the room and checked who it was. There was a man on the porch in a heavy winter jacket. He didn't seem to be a worker or delivery person of any kind, just some regular guy. I opened the door, getting hit by a rush of snow and wind. "How can I help you?" The man smiled and apologized for interrupting my day, then explained his situation. He said his car got stuck in the snow right on the side of the road next to my house, and he didn't have a phone on him, so he asked if he could borrow mine. Obviously skeptical, I told him to give me a minute, then I closed the door and went to the other side of the house. I looked out the window at the road he was supposedly stuck on. There was a small SUV that looked like it had actually slid into the curb and gotten stuck in the snowbank. Now that I was pretty sure he wasn't lying, I grabbed a jacket and put on some shoes, then went back to the front door. I was still a bit skeptical, but I stood on the porch with him as he used my phone to call his brother, just so that if he did try to run with my phone or anything, I could chase after him or prevent him from leaving. After a quick call though, the man handed my phone back and thanked me, then walked away. I went inside and checked the window, seeing the man getting in his car. Thinking everything was settled now, I went back to the office and started working again. Around 7, I felt like I'd done enough for the day and took the rest of the night off. It was then that I remembered about the man and his car and went to check on it, but I was surprised to see that the car was still there and I could see the man moving around inside. It had been almost 3 hours by then, which made me wonder how he was still there. Maybe he was waiting for his brother to get off of work and pick him up. I didn't know, but I went to the kitchen and made some dinner, then sat on the couch to watch TV. I stayed up until about 9:30, then went upstairs to shower and get ready for bed. I turned the water on and got in the shower, but a few minutes in, there was an abrupt and sudden banging on the front door. It was loud and harsh, completely jump-scaring me and putting me in a fear-induced frozen state for a moment. The banging was so loud, it was shaking the walls, and even across the entire house, I could hear that it was coming from the front door. They were hitting it non-stop, and I could even hear them aggressively shaking the door handle. It was such a sudden burst of chaos that it was hard for me to know what to do. I turned off the shower and quickly got dressed, but as I left my room and walked down the upstairs hallway, everything stopped. It was just silent, no more sounds at all. I stopped in place, hearing only the wind from outside and feeling the eeriness set in, before I slowly walked downstairs and up to the front door. Nobody was there anymore. I quickly ran to the window, seeing that the car was still there, but the man was not inside of it. Not knowing what to make of any of it, I called the police. When they came, they noticed multiple sets of shoe prints in the snow, but they were covered up by the storm soon after. They took the license plate of the car though and found a picture of the owner, and from what I could tell, it was the same guy that I'd helped on my porch. In the following days, they waited for him to turn up, but as far as I know, he never did. It's really disturbing to think about what could have happened that night right outside my door. Was it that same man desperately trying to get in for some reason, or someone else with a more malicious intent? It seems most think that it was the man running from someone and trying to get help. But what happened afterwards is still up for debate.
You don't help yourself, bro. I don't know you
Nothing
like
is
that.
really known about that night.
Shit.
Where the man is now and what he was running from are just a few questions on a
Come
long
on my crib
list
knocking like
that
the
will
police, bro. You
probably
gonna
never
get
be
stabbed.
answered.
I don't do it. Nope. Ask Tyrone. I'm Tyrone. Ask him what happened. He'll tell you. Probably not. He gonna lie. You know what I mean?
It was January, and I was renting out a winter cabin that was by an ice fishing lake. It was a very small, bare-bones cabin with only the essentials and was only there for people like me who liked going out to the lake for fishing or ice fishing. I'd usually bring a friend along with me, but sometimes I went by myself and never had any issues with it. I had planned out 3 days there, with no other real plans in mind except sitting out by the lake and fishing. On the first day when I got there, I set up my things in the cabin and made myself at home, brewing some hot coffee and relaxing by the fireplace for most of the afternoon. This cabin was only a single room, so the bed, fireplace, and everything else was all in one area. Anyway, I fell asleep early and woke up at 7 a.m. to go out to the lake. It was about a 10-minute walk from the cabin, down a short forested path that was entirely covered in snow. Once I reached the lake, I found a good spot and got my things situated, drilled into the ice, and started fishing. I find it to be really stress-releasing to just sit there and fish, though I do know a lot of people find it to be boring. I stayed on the lake for several hours, probably 3 or 4, then packed my things as the snow was starting to pick up and the wind was getting heavier. I walked off the lake and back onto the path, but immediately noticed a set of footprints in the snow going alongside mine from earlier. They went right up to the edge of the lake I was at, then turned around and went back down the path toward the cabin. Feeling a little uneasy that someone was out here and had been right behind me, maybe watching me, I chose to follow the prints and see where they led. They mostly went along with the path, going right back to the cabin, but instead of going up to the cabin, they veered off into the woods. As far as I could see, they continued in a straight line, going through the trees. Even more confused and slightly nervous, I went back inside the cabin and warmed up by the fireplace. There was nothing else out here for miles from what I was aware of, so anyone being out here was just odd, especially in the winter. I made food and stayed in the cabin for the rest of the night, keeping the fireplace running and mostly just reading. But about an hour after sunset, I heard movement outside. A very light crunching in the snow, but in the recognizable pattern of someone walking. I moved over to the window and looked, instantly seeing a figure out by the trees, walking toward the path. They were wearing thick clothing, covering every part of them, making it hard to get any details on what they looked like. Once they got to the path, though, they turned and started coming right for the cabin. I ducked my head down, now just listening to the footsteps getting closer and closer until they were right up to the wall. The footsteps moved to the side, coming right up to the window I was hiding under. Their shadow moved around like they were peering inside the cabin, but then they stopped. I tilted my head up, seeing their eyes staring right back at me. I jumped away, now standing a few feet from the window as the person quickly tried to lift it open.
Word?
I ran and grabbed a nearby knife, but after a few more attempts at opening the window, the person ran off. I watched their figure disappear into the snowy woods, going in the same direction I'd seen them come from.
Motherfucker.
After that, I packed up and ran for my car, leaving the area only a few minutes later. I don't know who they were or what they wanted, but they knew I was staying there after seeing me at the lake and willingly came back in the middle of the night to try and break in through the window, so they definitely had something horrible in mind. Luckily, I got out unharmed, but I have a feeling that that night was close to being my last.
Probably would have took your butt cheeks. Terrible.
This happened in 2015. I had just moved to a small house far from my hometown the year before, so I was still getting used to the area and hadn't met many people yet. I worked from home as well, which made it even harder. Anyway, for Christmas, I had no plans at all. My family was too far, and I didn't have enough vacation time to go out and see them, so this was actually going to be my first Christmas alone. On Christmas Eve, I stayed up working, figuring I'd just get ahead on some things, so I didn't have to worry about doing anything on Christmas Day. I was working in the living room, listening to music as well, when through it, I heard something coming from outside. I pulled out one of the earbuds and listened, but didn't hear anything else, so I got up and looked around. With my earbuds in, it was hard to know what direction it came from, but I was pretty sure it was outside the house, not inside. I looked out the back window, not seeing anything, then moved to the front window and again saw nothing. But then I looked out the front door. On the porch were a set of shoe prints in the snow. They led right up to my doorstep and then back out to the driveway. There was no mail dropped off or anything at all on the porch, just the shoe prints. It was really strange and made me feel a little anxious, not knowing why anyone would be walking up to my doorstep at 11 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I made sure the door was locked and went back to work, then got in bed soon after. It was a bit strange waking up on Christmas morning, feeling like it was any other day. I brewed a cup of coffee and sat on my chair to watch TV. I think I spent the whole morning just sitting there and watching shows and movies. I gave my parents a call and talked to them for a bit, but that was really about all I did. I thought about going out, but it was really cold and the wind was really strong, so I just stayed in for the day. By 6 p.m., I had basically done nothing all day and made some dinner, planning on going to bed early, but then I heard something outside. It was the shuffling sound of footsteps in the snow coming toward the front door. I stayed quiet, knowing nobody should be here. After a few seconds, the footsteps sounded again, walking away from the house. I went up and checked, seeing almost an identical scene to what I saw the previous night. After that, I forced myself to stay up later. I kept my eyes open until probably around 10, before I guess I fell asleep on the couch. I remember getting really tired and trying to stay up, but I didn't plan on falling asleep out there. When I woke up, the TV was still on and flashing light throughout the dark room. I sat up and paused it, then got up to go to my bedroom. As I walked down the hallway though, my eyes instantly locked on my bedroom door. It was open, but I knew I always kept it closed. I walked over and pushed it open wider, then flicked on the light. Wet shoe prints were scattered around the floor, going to and from the window. In a complete state of shock, I spun around and turned on the hallway light, now seeing more shoe prints going down toward the living room. I followed them, but they stopped right outside the living room, looking like they turned and went back right after seeing me on the couch. The shoe prints were nowhere else in the house. Police did what they could, but if I'm being honest, they weren't of much help. The current theory is that the man had come by the previous 2 nights to see if I was home. After not answering the door though, he likely thought I was away for the holidays. I know it's likely that he only broke into my house to rob me, but still, it's extremely disturbing, especially since I was at home sleeping when it all happened. Whoever it was though, they never came back. Last December, I traveled across the country to meet my parents and siblings for Christmas. My parents had a decent-sized house, so we would usually just all stay there and sleep on the couch or in the spare bedrooms. That being said, I didn't rent any hotels, even for the drive. It was 10 hours long, but I just didn't see a need in stopping halfway there and wasting a whole night.
True.
I left early on the 23rd, planning it out to get to the house around dinner time. As I started the drive, snow was lightly coming down. Nothing crazy, but enough to cause a bit of traffic.
My snow can be good.
This went on for a few hours, until it suddenly started pouring down. It happened over just 30 minutes, going from a very light downfall to an extremely heavy storm. Along with the winds, it was nearly impossible to see anything in front of me. Most other cars started to pull off to the side of the road, but I really wanted to keep going. I drove in these horrible conditions for the better part of an hour, having a few close calls before deciding enough was enough. I pulled into a motel and sat in the parking lot, waiting for the snow to clear up. There were a lot of other cars in the parking lot, but I think most were probably trying to wait it out like I was. But as the sun started to set, there was no chance of that happening anytime soon. I reluctantly went in and got a room. I went to my room and lay down on the bed. It was around 8 o'clock at this point, and I'd figured I'd just sleep now and see if it was clear in a few hours. I set an alarm on my phone for 11, then passed out. But when I woke up, I immediately knew something was wrong. I turned and looked at my phone, seeing it was just before 2 a.m. My alarm didn't go off. I quickly got out of bed and ran up to the window. The parking lot was almost empty now, but it was still snowing pretty bad. I sat back on the bed, and after some thinking, I decided to take the loss and just spend the rest of the night there and hope for the best in the morning. I laid down, closing my eyes, but now that I was more calm, something caught my attention. A cold breeze blowing through the room and the clear sound of wind. I sat up, seeing the window at the end of the bed was cracked open. I got up and shut it, but I was almost positive it was closed when I went to bed. It's something I definitely would have noticed, being that there was a whole storm outside. A rush of adrenaline went through me as I started to worry. I faced the rest of the room, now looking into the dark and standing still, listening for anything. Then I slowly walked around, checking for anything missing or any signs that someone had been inside. I didn't see or find anything until I went to check out the peephole. That's when I noticed that both locks on the door were now open. Someone had unlocked it from the inside. Blood rushed from my face as I locked the door and backed away, thinking through every possible horrifying scenario that I could be caught in right now. I started putting my things back into my bag and getting ready to leave, but then there was a sudden shake of the door handle. I stared at it with wide eyes, seeing the handle move back and forth like they were trying to force it open. Then it went silent. I waited for a long couple minutes before I slowly and quietly crept toward the door to check if it was safe to make a run for my car. I looked out the peephole, seeing a man leaning against the door like he was listening. I was frozen, but he must have heard something because only a few seconds later he rushed away from the door. I spent no time waiting, leaving the room soon after and getting in my car, pulling out and leaving the motel. I got lucky as nobody else was on the roads and they seemed to have just been plowed. I drove through the storm until I got to my parents' house, taking much longer than it should have. What that man was trying to do, I can't even begin to think of. They had obviously been in the room while I was sleeping and unlocked the door, but what they wanted and why they had to come back to my room, I just don't know. But if I hadn't woken up when I did and stayed asleep for just a minute longer, I might have never made it to my parents' house.
A woman is alone at home when something pretty creepy is caught on camera. The following video comes from a woman who lives alone with her 2 cats. Every so often, her cats would do things that would make her question whether or not they were children in their past lives. To her, it feels as though she's living with kids. Given how much she loves her cats, she buys a camera to see what they do when she's away from home. The camera she gets has an auto-tracking feature, which basically means that the camera points to wherever it senses movement, tracking wherever the cats go. Although recording everything they do, it seems that buying the camera was a bad idea, as ever since having it, it's been capturing things that are scaring her. The following are just some of the things that happen when she's away from home. Take a look.
Oh, like this. It could be worse.
From strange noises that come out of nowhere to unseen forces that are picked up by the camera, the woman is beyond spooked. Now, it's not only when she's gone that strange things happen. There have been countless instances when something unexplainable occurred while being at home. On one occasion, the woman is in the kitchen when all of a sudden, an object on her shelf just launches off on its own. But creepiest of all is when one day, while sitting on the couch, this happened.
y'all imagine if that happened to y'all when y'all was at home? Bruh, what would y'all do? What? I'm out. I'm going home. I'm getting a different crib.
The woman is certain that there was no draft when this happened, as according to her, the whole apartment is sealed just tight enough to prevent any airflow from outside. Given that this has never happened before, she finds this very unusual. Sadly enough, it's incidents like this, among many others, that's been causing her a lot of anguish, as she doesn't know what to do to stop this. Whatever it might be that's going on, it's taking a toll on her mental health. Out of all occurrences, one in particular has pushed her to take action by seeking help from others. The incident is nonetheless pretty creepy. This is what was caught.
C'est passé quoi? Stop, viens. Attends. Viens.
They tried to slam the door on the cat.
Viens. Laisse cette putain de porte tranquille maintenant. Non, non, viens. C'est moi. C'est moi, regarde.
Is it gonna slam it on her?
C'est moi.
I'm surprised it didn't slam it on her.
Viens.
I'm really surprised it didn't slam it on her.
Viens.
Damn, guess not.
C'est moi. T'inquiète pas. C'est rien.
Still didn't slam it. They closed it though. Ooh, maybe it did slam it. Shit. Yo, like you or your cats. When you and your cats can get the hell out of here then.
Vas-y, éclate-toi, maman. Vas-y. Ferme cette putain de porte. Vas-y.
Why she goes move the bed back and then slam the door?
C'est rien, moi, c'est rien, viens. C'est rien. Hey, c'est moi, n'aie pas peur. N'aie pas peur, c'est moi. Non. C'est rien, ma vie. Viens. Viens. Viens là. Viens. Viens, mon cœur. Allez. Viens.
Once again, the door just somehow moves on its own. Even the cat appears to be scared as it quickly jumps off the bed after sensing something wrong. It quickly rushes out of the doorway as to avoid being crushed by the door. Naturally, the woman was left shaken up. If no draft had caused this, then how did it close on its own? As with previous incidents, she can't seem to explain this. But like always, you be the judge as to whether or not something paranormal occurred. Is this woman actually experiencing paranormal activity? Or is something else going on here?
Her cats are doing it.
In this next video, a man is looking outside his window when he notices something odd. Across from his apartment, a set of mannequins are lined up in front of a store. As he takes a closer look at one of these mannequins, something pretty baffling happens. This is what he captured.
Te lo juro que esa muñeca no estaba mirando hacia acá, mira. ¿Ves que parece como si nos estuviera mirando? Y bueno, vamos, parpadeó. Vamos. Te lo juro que parpadeó.
Okay, I'll give you that.
As if the mannequin itself wasn't creepy enough, this happens. Upon zooming in on its face, the figure suddenly blinks. Terrified by what he'd seen, the man is at a loss for words as he tries to explain what just happened. Like something straight out of a horror movie, the doll comes to life and scares the man to his core. Yet as with most videos, this one remains shrouded in mystery as not much else is known about the clip. Whether the video was simply edited to pull this off is unknown, but it seems that many viewers find this video to be genuine. Real or not, the thought of seeing a mannequin come to life is terrifying on its own. There's a man on YouTube who's been documenting strange happenings in his house. Almost every video on his channel is solely based on the supposed paranormal occurrences that this man has been experiencing. It goes without saying, but some videos are pretty creepy. In one of his uploads, the man captures footage of an unexplainable incident that resulted in his mirror getting cracked. He has no idea as to how the mirror got cracked, but he suspects that the ghost in his house is accountable for this. Now, out of the few videos on his channel, the following may just be the creepiest. On October 3rd of 2022, the man is looking outside his window after seeing something outside. What happens moments later has left him unsettled. Watch.
What is that? Water? God, this f***ing thing is... It's not... Well, I guess it has a window too. God dang, that thing's filthy. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, Jesus.
What the hell?
The door opens on its own, as though someone had come inside. He looks around, but can't find anyone or anything that might have opened it. Although spooky, it's the following night that leaves him even more spooked. Suspecting that it might happen again, he sits on his bed and records the door around the same time it opened the night before. As he waits patiently, the following happens.
Ouch. Now I got bad posture. Let me fix that. Am I hearing things? Fun. Fun. David. It's not f***ing funny, guys. Chills, dude, hell of a bad. Oh, dude.
Feeling beyond spooked, the man decides to spend the night somewhere else. He tells a friend about this creepy occurrence and stays the night at his place. However, that same night, something downright strange is captured by the security camera inside the friend's bedroom. Take a look.
What the shit?
A shadow-like figure passes quickly against the wall before seemingly diving beneath the bed. It happens real fast, but you can make out the shadow on the wall before it disappears. Now, the man mentions that the flashing lights are part of a motion-sensitive device which had gone off after sensing movement in the room. It seems that whatever this was had triggered the sensor. So then, just what exactly had occurred that night? Viewers believe that the man had been followed by something, while some think that his friend's house was already haunted. It's unclear what was captured, but most viewers, including the man, believe that whatever this was paranormal in nature. Like most videos, there has yet to be an update on this whole situation. There's a video on Reddit that many people are finding hard to explain. The footage itself comes from a security camera installed outside a workplace where the Reddit user's father works. The father has no clue as to what was caught on camera, but nevertheless, he was terrified by the footage, as what was captured in it is something that one's mind would conjure up during a nightmare. On October 10th of 2022, the Reddit user's dad is looking at a security camera's live feed when out of nowhere, he sees this.
That really looks creepy.
Despite the video's low resolution, you can still make out something pretty uncanny. Although we can't precisely tell what it is that we're seeing, it's obvious that something isn't right about the supposed people in the footage.
Yeah.
Out of both people, one seems to have an unusual gait. It's as though they're walking on all fours, with a slight limp. It's this particular detail that's led viewers to believe that something otherworldly had been caught on camera. But as always, what's your stance on this? From the belief that this might be a skinwalker, or maybe even a cryptid of some sort, the video has yet to be determined as supernatural or not. If there's one thing that makes a video twice as creepy, it's children staring at something that can't be seen. But even more unsettling is when something near them suddenly moves on its own, suggesting that something might actually be there.
No, you think?
This next video is just as creepy as the one described. Jamie Primex Sullivan is a mother whose daughter, who at the time of this recording, was acting very strange. According to Jamie, almost every night after tucking her daughter into bed, she would catch her staring off at something in the corner of her room, even though there was clearly nothing there, except for darkness. Although creeped out by this common occurrence, it's the following incident that freaks out Jamie the most. Jamie and her daughter Charlie are filming themselves inside their home after going out for dinner. They vlog about their day and eventually start talking about people in their family. However, when Charlie brings up Jamie's deceased grandmother in the conversation, things take a chilling turn. Watch.
But where's your grandma?
Where is my grandma?
Heaven.
Do you remember my grandma? Where is my grandma? Where is she?
Up in heaven. What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker.
What?
She was just very old. She was almost 93, and her body just got very tired. She was too old.
Was she, did your grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
Now, Jamie adds that her grandmother had called her Jamila growing up, and that there's no way that her daughter could have known this, as she was never told about her nickname. Considering Charlie's odd behavior, such as seeing things that aren't there, among other strange incidents, there's no doubting that Jamie was deeply unsettled by this. Just how exactly did Charlie know of her mom's nickname that was given by her grandma, who's been dead for years? While some think that Charlie could have been in contact with the spirit of her deceased great-grandmother,
Whoop my baby's ass. Immediate timeout. Give him to foster care. I'm not doing haunted children.
others aren't really sure what to make of this. But whether or not people believe her, Jamie is convinced that someone or something had made contact with her child. To this day, she isn't sure how exactly her daughter knew about her nickname. YouTuber Rusty Tucker posted a video of a chilling incident that was caught at a cemetery. Although posted in 2016, the video is beyond creepy. Legend has it that the Evergreen Cemetery in Judsonia, Arkansas is haunted by the spirit of a young girl who tragically died there in the 1900s. The story goes that the young girl was a mother who was searching for her missing child who unfortunately got lost at the cemetery. After searching for several nights, the mother was found dead on top of a grave. She was later buried around the spot where she was found. Ever since then, it is said that her ghost still wanders the cemetery searching for her child. Intrigued by the story, Rusty Tucker explores the cemetery at night by using a small drone. Sure enough, what he captures is pretty chilling. This is what the drone captured.
This don't seem too bad. That's bad. Oh, shit. Follow it. Follow it.
All of a sudden, the figure of what looks to be a woman appears out of nowhere. It hides in the corner as though it's trying its best not to be seen. Whoever, or whatever this was, leaves in a hurry after seemingly noticing the drone. Rusty Tucker believes that this was the ghost of the young girl who lost her child. Now, it's hard to be sure if that's the case, as it could be that an actual person was hiding there. But given the history of this place, and the fact that it's a cemetery, most viewers believe that this may have been an apparition. To this day, this video remains a mystery. Here's a video to start off the Halloween season just right. A couple of kids are by themselves inside a house when they captured this terrifying footage. Inés de la Cruz, who suggested the video, writes, "A couple of siblings were alone inside their grandparents' house when something extremely creepy was caught on camera by one of them. This is what they caught."
Estamos aquí en la casa de mi bisabuela. Se fue la... ¿Qué es eso? Se fue la luz. Esta es la casita. Porque... Y mi mamá... Espérense. Y mi mamá y mi abuela se fueron al Oxxo a comprar velas por eso. Por lo que pasó de que se fue la luz. Y pues... Estamos aquí. Esas son las... Mi abuelito... Espérense, no sean chillones. No va a pasar nada. Y esas son las cenizas de mi bisabuelo, porque pues desgraciadamente él ya falleció. Y el baño está allá. El baño, mi hermano quiere hacer pipí, pero el baño está allá. Y mi abuela nos dijo que cuidáramos.
Well, looks like you better pee on the floor.
Mi abuelo nos dijo que cuidáramos aquí su casa en lo que ellas iban. Pero espérense. Pero pues el problema es que aquí no sabemos. Y pues no tengan miedo. No pasa nada. Abuelito, ¿si estás aquí? Preséntate.
Yo, you wild!
Si estás aquí, preséntate ante
What are
nosotros.
you doing? Run, babies, run! Run, children! Get the cross with the holy water on it, and the crossbow, and get the.
Someone or something is hiding in what appears to be a shed, when suddenly, the thing inside comes flying out and scares the living daylights out of the children. Talk about traumatic childhood experiences. This is definitely one of them. Now, based on this last scene, it could be that the shadowy apparition is in fact some sort of animal that was taking shelter inside the shed.
That don't look like no
What
damn
appears
animal.
to be an apparition
Was that a
may
gargoyle?
actually be a bird or a bat, as it seems to come flying out of the shed. However, this doesn't explain the shadowy figure that was seen early in the video. Whatever this is, it doesn't seem to be any kind of bat or bird, let alone an animal. Most viewers think that this may have been a malevolent entity seeking to do harm. As with all videos, I leave this one open to interpretation. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or was something else entirely different caught instead? The following video shows footage of a barbershop during business hours when suddenly all the barbers inside the shop encounter something beyond belief. Barber T had obtained this recording from the security camera inside the shop after experiencing this creepy encounter. Here's the footage that was posted by him, along with the text-to-speech voice explaining the video's events. Be sure to look closely for this one, as something else happens that a lot of viewers missed the first time. Take a look.
So we just realized the barbershop is haunted. I didn't notice the door moved at first. Pay attention to the door. It was all jokes and giggles until my boy John was super spooked, and so was I. The shop is for sale now if someone is interested.
The door all of a sudden opens on its own and then promptly closes itself seconds later. It continues to do this until stopping about a minute later. The barbers were left spooked, as seen on camera. Now, something else happens in this video that you might have missed. At the start of the video, we see the door opening for the first time. It is around this time, though, that a transparent figure passes by the TV. Whatever this is, viewers believe that it may be responsible for the strange activity. But things were only getting started because what happens next is just downright creepy. An hour later, one of the barbers approaches the door when the following happens.
What you're about to see is some aggressive paranormal activity. I really didn't want to touch the door handle. Look at everyone's reaction.
I'd kick that shit.
I pulled up the camera angle from the back room, and everything was thrown everywhere.
Like most viewers, Barber T doesn't know what to make of this. Now, it could be that a draft was responsible for the door's movement, but if that were the case, then the door would follow a somewhat consistent pattern of opening and closing. This isn't the case here, as it opens and closes as though someone or something is doing this. But, like always, it's up to you to decide as to what this might be.
Damn that.
Ghost or not.
That's a ghost.
Feel free to let me know what you think.
That's a ghost.
This next video was suggested by Luna Moon, who had found a video that's been keeping her up at night. Luna writes, a father takes out his phone and begins to record a Playhouse tent that he bought for his daughter. All appears to be normal until the father sees something inside the tent, causing him to flee out of the room and end the recording immediately. This is what he caught.
Le compré un castillo a mi hija y ya no sale de aquí para nada, weón. Es re lindo, tiene ventanita y todo, pi.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
No.
As the father walks over to the side of the tent, he sees what appears to be someone hiding inside. But as soon as he pans back to the tent's entrance, the figure is no longer there. Naturally, the father ran out of the room and ended the recording. Now, this one's hard to explain. Nothing appears to have caused the blanket to rise on its own and appear as though someone were hiding underneath it. The father believes that the playhouse belonged to a child who is now deceased and whose spirit continues to play inside. Although Luna is a skeptic, she too believes in this notion. But if it weren't for the photo the father had taken the next day, she would not have believed him. In this photo, something really creepy is captured. The father had taken a picture of the playhouse to show his wife, when out of nowhere, he captures what appears to be a child peering through the room's window. Mind you though, that the father lives on the 15th floor of an apartment complex with no balcony outside of this room. Now that's creepy.
That's very creepy.
As always, what are your thoughts on this? YouTuber Yamaku uploaded the following video after hearing strange noises from inside his home. It goes without saying, but the following clip is pretty creepy. Yamaku has been capturing footage of poltergeist activity taking place inside his home. From an object being thrown to the ground, to a door closing on its own, viewers are certain that Yamaku has captured footage of something unexplainable. But the most chilling incident has to be one of his recent uploads in which Yamaku captures the following footage. This is what he caught.
Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We don't want any. We don't want any, bro. Don't want any. Oh, none of that. Really? It's actually a pretty nice bathroom. All things considered. I like it. Toilet's futuristic.
Yamaku captures what sounds like someone tapping on the bathroom window. Yamaku thinks that the pipes inside his bathroom walls might have to do something with this. But then one night, in another video, he captures something that seems to suggest otherwise. Yamaku is recording himself lighting an incense candle when the following happens.
Oh! What type of shit? You're gonna have to get a whole new bathroom.
Viewers believe that he may be dealing with something supernatural.
You think?
Yamaku has yet to upload more videos on this strange encounter. But for now, it's up to you to decide if this is genuine footage of something paranormal or not. Whether ghost or not, the video itself is pretty creepy.
I'd have been gone. I'm not doing it.
Deja J submitted the following photo and writes, "In this picture, two children are leaning against a mirror. The mother of the children saw this as a perfect opportunity to take a photo of them. But when she did, she was horrified by what she had caught in the photograph. She had never captured anything like this before. This is the photo she took."
Oh, shit. Was that Mystique behind you? Damn bitch, all haunted by X-Men? Sheesh. That's not good.
It's not clear if the mother and her two children were the only ones present in the room at which the photo was taken. But even if she stated that she had someone over during this time, it would be hard to believe, as that someone doesn't appear to be a person. Whatever this is, it's definitely creepy. And even without sufficient context, the photo is still nonetheless pretty disturbing. Talk about nightmare fuel. This is the stuff of nightmares.
It really is. That looked like that one freaking
A family is celebrating a birthday when something disturbing is caught on camera. King Gritch submitted the following video and writes, "In 2013, the Paris family was celebrating a birthday at their home. It was just the 5 of them, as evident in the video. But after looking back at the video, it appears that someone else had been there.
Helping them celebrate.
Here's the footage that was taken at the party.
Don't trust this. See, look, this is all family friendly. There's nothing bad about this. Oh, Oh, it's a woman. That's bad.
The silhouette of a child passes by in the background. The Paris family was sure that no one else was there except the 5 of them, or so they thought. It appears that someone else had made it to the party. Now, what's even more strange about the supposed child is the way it passes by. It moves quickly and appears to be floating above ground as it does so. The way it passes seems very unnatural. The Paris family can't seem to explain this, but maybe you can. Like with most videos, this one remains a mystery.
Top 10 ghosts caught on camera. Mistaken identity. The next few videos were uploaded to TikTok by a widower from Tennessee who prefers to keep his identity anonymous. He says that he's experienced some odd things in his house over the last 11 years, but recently the activity has become much more extreme. He sets up security cameras to capture the bizarre incidents, and he says that he believes that the spirit might be the ghost of his beloved deceased wife coming back to visit him. So early one morning before heading out to work, the man walks into the kitchen to discover this.
Well, as you can see, it's morning, guys. This is just a quick update because I got to get to work. But when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open. And then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video and it definitely freaked me out. So
When he reviews his Ring cam footage, it shows a chair sliding all around the kitchen on its own. And then a pale white figure seems to appear from nowhere and violently tosses the chair to the floor. But things are about to take an even more terrifying turn because one day the man starts to hear something walking up and down his hallway. He goes to investigate, and what happens next chills him to his core.
Hey everyone, remember I said I didn't know how I'd react if this thing started touching me? It started walking towards me. And I feel my hand on my back. And I heard someone whisper. It was faint. But when I heard it walking away from me, I finally felt like I could move. And I ran, the whispering. It wasn't one voice.
Damn.
It was, a lot of people. Because people seemed stuck. They were all saying, help me. Hey guys. My, hall walker is back. if I can hear.
Way braver than me. I'm not doing it.
That sounds like it's down at the end of the hallway. Right back there. Behind me. That was somebody right behind me. I felt like their face was right there. Like they were really tall. That's not why.
The man weeps uncontrollably as he explains that he felt a hand on his back and heard multiple voices that seemed to be begging him for help. The man no longer believes that the presence haunting his home is the spirit of his deceased wife. He now believes that it might be multiple spirits, or perhaps even something more sinister. But what do you think is going on here? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What's wrong with this picture? This next spooky video was posted to Reddit by a mysterious account that has since disappeared. The Reddit user claimed that a friend took a very odd iPhone Live photo of their family. Now, for those who don't know, an iPhone Live photo records 1.5 seconds of video before and after a picture is taken. So the photographer says that everyone in this picture was accounted for, except for one disturbing extra. As the photo is taken, a bizarre white figure on all fours appears out of nowhere and crawls out of sight. Strangely enough, whatever this is was not there in the photo and just seems to appear out of thin air. According to the Reddit post, the person who recorded the live photo has no idea who or what this could be. So, what do you think this is? Really Haunted. For the last 3 years, Lee from the paranormal YouTube channel Really Haunted has been documenting terrifying paranormal activity that he and his wife have been experiencing inside their home in England. The supernatural events have become increasingly more extreme and violent throughout the years, and Lee says that he is desperate to find a solution to his paranormal problem.
Hi guys, so over the last few nights it's been absolutely crazy in the house. I don't remember the last time I had a good night's sleep lately, if I'm being honest.
Now Lee keeps static cameras set up in his bedroom and living room that constantly record. Late one night, he and his wife Stacy are sleeping peacefully in bed when the static camera catches something truly unnerving.
All filled up, buddy. No, thank you. What the hell is that? Is that a head?
Lee's poor little dogs grow increasingly upset as they hear loud bangs coming from somewhere in the house. Then a small teddy bear appears to be lifted up into the air by some sort of odd smoke-like entity. Lee decides to change up his recording equipment and adds an SLS Connect camera to the mix to see what it might capture. Late one night when Lee is alone and fast asleep in bed, this happens. Fraction of a second, a very tall, dark figure can be seen standing in Lee's living room. Lee says that this footage is the creepiest thing he's ever recorded in his home, and it has left him terrified. But what do you think is going on here? Is Lee's home, quote, really haunted? You can watch many more scary videos of Lee's paranormal encounters over on his YouTube channel. Elias is terrified when he sees a dark silhouette standing behind him in the reflection of his TV. He quickly turns around, but there's nothing there. So could Elias have recorded a paranormal entity on camera? As always, I leave it up to you to decide. Lost. Paranormal investigation team Ochai, Uchida, Nagao, and cameraman Minaguchi from the YouTube channel Zozozo traveled to the allegedly haunted Shinshu Kanko Hotel in Nagano, Japan. The ominous, sprawling hotel was built in 1951 and now resembles a creepy maze-like structure after repeated expansions and renovations for over 46 years. The hotel eventually declared bankruptcy in 1997 and was left abandoned. And now here's where things get weird, because not one but 3 different demolition companies have attempted to tear down the Shinshu Kanko Hotel. All of them failed, went bankrupt, and were forced to stop. Creepiest of all, the managing director of one of those companies just disappeared completely. Another demolition manager claimed that he was pushed down a staircase by some invisible force. Workers on the demolition teams found the experience unnerving. They would complain of hearing the unexplained creepy laughter of women throughout the hotel's winding halls. Many believe that the maze-like construction of the hotel is the reason why spirits have become lost and trapped in an eternal search for the way back out. While the Zozozo team explores the large hotel, they begin to hear disturbing sounds coming from somewhere nearby.
何ここ？え、何これ？どういう？え、何これ？失礼します。どういう部屋？なんかテンテンます。え？はい？何の音ですか？いや、めっちゃショートしました。上からショートしましたよね、今。なんだこれテンテンます。待って待って待って待って。怖い怖い怖い怖い。何の音マジで何の音なんか泣いてる？やばいやばいやばい。いや、やばいやばいやばい。なんかもう何の音？俺ら以外いるのかな？我々以外いるんじゃないですか？普通にその肝試しに来てる地元の方。ちょっとさ、音が異常だよね。普通に歩いてる感じの音だよね。誰かが動いてること。扉開けたり、足音だったり、なんかどかしたり。普通に誰かとバッティングしてる可能性はあるんで。バッティングだったらまだいいけど。
The team hears the sound of footsteps and something that sounds almost like the crying of a child. They wonder if they might not be alone in the building, but they continue to explore. That's when they spot something terrifying.
の建物の構造ですよこれ。なんかめっちゃショートした。何？何？あそこ何ですか？わかんないわかんない。あれ人じゃないか？わかんないわかんない。見えないですか？一番この突き当たりの扉みたいな穴開いてますよね。穴っていうか。うん。あそこ人立ってないですか？カメラ見てもらえます？わかんない。別に来る。何怖いよ怖いよ。行ってみます。ちょっと待っていや何本当に人がいるの？ちょっと待って声かけすいません。
すいません。びっくりともしないですよ。
見えますよね。
見えますね。
見えますよね。
気づくと僕は確かに見えるんです。すいません。
すいません。動かないもん、動かないもん。
じゃ危ない。これは本当に危ないから。
一応決めましょう。
なんかもうそう言われたらそうにしか見えないんだもん。
めちゃくちゃ震える。
でもさ、本当違う、さすがに違うよね。
いや、わかんないですけど。
いや、もうちょっとや。
木ですか？違いますよね。ちょっと待って。
なんかちょっと鳥肌が止まらないんですけど。
ちょっと。外だ。
木で違う？
木っすね。人隠れてるとかマジで本当に怖い。外、完全に外。もう外、ほら、建物終わってる。
うわ。崖じゃん。下崖じゃん。
The Zozozo team sees someone standing in a doorway at the end of a hall and start to freak out. When the dark footage is enhanced, it becomes clear that there is indeed an odd figure just standing there, seeming to stare right at them. As they move closer to investigate, the figure now seems to have disappeared into thin air. But that's not all, because the most disturbing encounter of the night is something that the group did not even notice. At one point, the team splits up to explore different parts of the building. Uchida and Nagao are alone and making their way towards the rooftop when they capture something absolutely terrifying.
長年手つかずだったところが去年の秋に解体が始まって、
去年2018年の秋頃に、違う6月か6月に始まって去年の2018年の秋頃に、
でそれがピタッと、
ちょっと待っちゃったんだよね。これから8階に帰ります。
Did you see it? Uchida and Nagao are completely unaware as they walk right past someone standing in one of the hotel rooms. The creepy stranger is facing the wall, seemingly unconcerned as the two investigators pass. The Zozozo team never even noticed this person while filming. The figure was pointed out in YouTube comments. The Zozozo team has no idea who this is. They believe that it could just possibly be one of the spirits trapped in the old hotel. But what do you think these eerie apparitions could be? Let me know down below. Exploration gone wrong. 26-year-old Magnus Rizmir has always had an interest in hiking, and his YouTube channel is dedicated to his explorations of the beautiful countryside of Norway. Almost all of his videos show him hiking, canoeing, or camping, except for one. There is one very bizarre video that Magnus claims was sent to him by a friend.
Oj, va? Gamle driten her.
Hans. Y'all have seen this one before, bro. Y'all showed me this clip. I don't like this. How is there electricity? Scare. It's probably still gonna scare the hell out of me.
Magnus's friend is out hiking in the middle of nowhere and discovers an old abandoned house. He decides to investigate inside, but regrets his decision almost immediately as something or someone scares the living out of him. Now, whether this video is paranormal, a prank, or maybe even just a very unlucky encounter with a squatter, we'll never know. But what do you think? Real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The road less traveled. TikTok user Rifki from Bengkulu, Indonesia says that he was returning from a quick trip to pick up some items at the local convenience store. But on his way back home, he has a terrifying encounter.
Oke guys, gue baru dari Indomaret dan gue abis belanja di Indomaret dan sekarang waktu mau balik ke kos dan di ujung itu kayak ada orang atau apa gue nggak tahu ya guys, dan ini cuma jalan satu-satunya untuk ke kos gue gitu. Oke, kita deketin aja ya, oke? Pelan-pelan. Gue nggak tahu ini orang atau enggak ya. Gue nggak tahu apa anjir. Kok hilang anjir? Kemana itu orang? Anjir bangsat, hilang guys.
A strange woman seems to just stand motionless on the side of the road. Rifki is freaked out, and since this is his only way home, he decides to just run past the bizarre woman. But when he turns to look back, she has disappeared. The chilling figure appears to be a woman in a dress with her hair covering her face. Rifki is uncertain of what he has just witnessed and wonders if he captured something paranormal. So is this a real ghost caught on camera, or just someone acting really strange? I leave it up to you to decide. Shivers. Paranormal investigators Casey and Colton from the popular ghost hunting channel Mindseed TV travel to Colorado to spend the night in a house that is isolated in the middle of the dark, snow-covered woods. The house's owner, Sarah, says that when she's in bed at night, she often hears the creepy sounds of children playing outside her window, even though the temperatures are below freezing and there are no neighbors anywhere nearby. Well, Sarah found out that a boy who had previously lived in the house fell through the ice in the creek right behind their home and drowned. Casey and Colton are invited to spend the night at the house to investigate. As they explore the home, they immediately find something very strange.
Hey. This looks like, this looks like dog nose. You know, it drips down. You know what I'm talking about? Like when a dog like sticks their nose constantly?
That absolutely does not look like that. It looks like fingers.
Next, the guys decide to venture out into the snowy night to explore the creek behind the house. And things just get weirder.
Ooh. Hey. Real quick. No bull.
Whoa.
Do these look like adult footprints or?
No.
Those look like kids, right?
When we approached the bridge, we looked down and there was these single file, like small footprints, definitely smaller than ours.
Here, wait, check this out. Hold on. I just want to do this for the viewer's sake. Here, look, this is the size of one of my footprints. That's an adult footprint. Those are tiny, huh?
Yeah. Small child shoes, something that just like sprinted across the bridge.
You still see the impression of the foot. Look at them, like they ran across it.
Hey, there's no more footprints.
Huh?
There's no more footprints. They stopped. They didn't even get all the way. They got like right here on the other side of the creek. But look at the bridge.
Yeah.
They stopped. And there's none around here. That's wild.
That's a trip.
That is a trip.
The Mindseed TV team find what appears to be a child's fingerprints on the house's window and small footprints outside in the snow. They try to make contact with the spirit that might be haunting the home, but they don't really have much luck. So they decide to just set up a static camera and head to bed for the night. But, just like the homeowner Sarah had told them, they hear something strange from outside their bedroom window.
Do you hear that? Yeah. Sounds like a song. That's weird, bro. That's weird, dude. We should get the flashlight. That's weird.
The guys hear a strange sing-song voice coming from outside and decide to head out to investigate. But just as they start to put on their warmer clothing, Casey catches a glimpse of something through the downstairs window. Something downright chilling.
Hey, cut the light. I swear I saw something move outside, and when I asked Colton to turn off the lights, I was not prepared for what we both saw. Hey, cut the light.
Dude, I swear to God, I just saw something run past, like, outside. Something moved. What is that? Do you see that right there? Dude, what is that? Oh, bro, it's moving. It's moving. What the is that? Oh, dude. What the bro?
I can't. I thought that was a shadow.
Bro. It, like, disappeared.
Dude, I'm feeling all types of weird right now, dude.
So the guys have seen fingerprints and footprints, heard childlike singing, and creepiest of all, they now see a small shadowy figure that seems to just be watching them from the bridge across the frozen creek. Now it should be noted the temperature was freezing that night. The snow was thick on the ground, and there were even warning signs of hungry bears in the area. So it seems highly unlikely that anyone would be standing all alone in the dark on that little bridge. But as always, let me know what you think down in the comments. You can watch this entire investigation and many more over on the YouTube channel, Mindseed TV.
What is that? Do you see that right there? Oh, bro, it's moving. It's moving. What the is that? Oh, dude. What the bro?
I can't. I thought that was a shadow.
Bro. It, like, disappeared.
Story time. Laura from the YouTube channel Laura's Kitchen regularly uploads fun videos sharing her tasty recipes and love for cooking. One night she decides to go live on YouTube along with her son Max. While telling a story about her son, something happens that shocks them both.
So we bought the dog these buttons, and they're programmed. That one says play, right, when he steps on it? So anyways, for a month, Oscar has been walking around the house saying to me, your mom is dead. And it really got me upset. It was getting me very emotional because she did pass away like 20 years ago. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, you know, for a solid month. And then finally he stopped getting a reaction out of me. So we were at the back door and the dog had to pee. And there's a button that says pee-pee by the back door. And I'm like, wow, you know, it's been quiet. Oscar has not bothered me all day. This is great. I think he's finally over this, right? So I said to the dog, hit the button. You want to go pee-pee, hit the button. So he hits the button and it goes, your mom's dead. What the f***? What was that? So anyways, I hear in the back by the stairs, because the stairs are in the opposite direction, I hear so yeah, that's an evil story. Oh my God. Oh, Tracy saying hi. Oh. What else are we hearing here? Is my house haunted? Is my house haunted? Why? What's up, Angie? Sorry, typing too fast to spell it right. I don't know. Sometimes I get a feeling there's something happening in my house, but I don't. Oh no! Yeah, it's haunted. The dog wants to go for a walk. What did she see?
I think I heard something in the background earlier, but
I thought I heard something. Nothing's right. Sorry, typing too fast. That's strange. The cabinet behind you just opened and closed on its own. What? Is that what that was? The f is that? What was that?
oh,
Get the f out of here.
what the hell?
Right as Laura is talking about her mother, a kitchen cabinet opens and closes very quickly on its own. Laura hears something, but shrugs it off and continues to tell her story. Now remember that all of this happened live on YouTube. So in Laura's live YouTube comment feed, one of her worried viewers warns her about what just happened. Laura is confused and goes to inspect the cabinet. Then all hell breaks loose. A week later, and Laura's back on YouTube and reflects on what happened that night.
That night, I didn't sleep awake. Absolutely petrified. My husband came home. I didn't call him at work because I figured he would tell me I was being dramatic, and I didn't want to hear it. But anyways, small and short of it, the next morning, I went to the kitchen. I'm the first one up to get everything ready for the kids for school, and it felt normal. There was no bad feelings. It was completely peaceful. It doesn't feel like it was bad. And the more that I watched the video over, the more things kind of like, I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe it was my mom. It's just too coincidental because we were talking about my mom, we were telling the story, and as soon as I said that last line about my mom is when that started happening. And the weird thing is, if you look at all my videos since over a year and a half ago, if you notice in the kitchen, oh, you can't see it from that angle. Hold on. I keep my mom right here, and she sits underneath the cupboard that was opening up. So is it coincidence? Is it my mom? If it is, do I want to stage my house and tell her to leave? Because I don't feel weird. I don't feel creeped out or violated in my home. I feel nothing. So I'm not going to do that.
So could this be the spirit of Laura's mother trying to make contact? Let me know. When Grandma comes to visit. TikTok user and proud mother Valley Yunker often records short videos of her 5-month-old baby girl around their house in California. One night, Valley's daughter is playing with her favorite toy when suddenly this happens. The toy appears to be yanked right out of the baby's hands by some invisible force. Now, some cynical viewers of the video claim that they could see a string attached to the toy, but Valley explains in another video that the toy has a cut tag on the back that just looks like a small white line. Valley also says that she's never had anything like this happen before, but she doesn't feel any negative presence in her home. She believes that this could be the spirit of her daughter's recently deceased great-grandma just visiting and watching over the baby. Thanks so much for watching.
There you go. Yeah, do that. No. Oh.
The original source of this video remains unknown, featuring a person who alleges that their apartment is haunted.
Oh,
in the upcoming clips, the individual is seen conducting an investigation in their purportedly haunted residence, when suddenly, something or someone makes an appearance, revealing itself unexpectedly.
It is 3:30 in the night.
I like that he wearing a Rick
and I
and
am
Morty
hearing
sweater
very
though.
strange noises. The most disturbing of all is the bathroom light. It's on, and there's no one around. There's nothing. I'm going to turn it off because Anita's giving me a...
What the fuck is that? Is that?
There's chaos come.
In the real deep.
The fuck?
Look closely at the background.
Bitch.
There is no one left.
You can't. Hold on now.
There it is.
And there she is
But
again.
why?
She's right in
If
front
the
of the door.
garment disappears, my mother...
I ain't ready for this. Hold on. Maybe I should not do this.
We
I don't know
never-
if I could do this, bro. Hey, don't get
What
closer.
the heck?
Yesterday, I was hearing very strange noises above my apartment and decided to record it.
What? Okay, that's bad. That's not good. Was it Spider-Man? How we leap off the rooftop?
Sorry, not for Facebook. All right.
And this is locked. It cannot be opened.
Yeah.
Can't open it. What a mess.
Hey, I'm out of here.
A while ago, my power went out, and I have been hearing very strange noises outside. I lit some candles, but I'm already scared to go out because the noises have already gotten worse.
Okay. I mean, are you with like a funeral director or something? Like, what's
There's
that?
someone standing. There's
who is-
someone standing. What do you want?
Nigga, hold up. You ain't gonna approach that.
His face looks pale. His face looks pale. Who are you? Please
You
leave
better
me
slump
alone.
him.
Leave me alone.
Slump his big. Slump his ass. Slump his shit, homie. Slump him, bro. Slump this.
There's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing.
In the footage, as the camera captures the living room, a peculiar dark figure is seen standing at the far end, seemingly fixated on the person. When the light is switched on, the figure vanishes mysteriously, only to reappear once the room is in darkness again. Strange noises from an upper floor startle the individual, and as the camera pans upward, a door unexpectedly swings open, startling the person. A pale face with dark hair briefly peeks out before swiftly disappearing. Approaching cautiously, the person finds no one in sight despite seeing the figure.
Nope.
In another clip, the individual is awakened by horrifying noises within the apartment, discovering a cloaked figure standing in the living room. Despite calling out, there's no response. When the person removes the sheet, there's nothing there. These chilling videos have left TikTok viewers terrified, with many speculating that a malevolent entity, possibly a demon, is playing tricks and advising the person to have the house blessed immediately. The debate arises, is the home truly haunted by a malevolent entity, as claimed? Or could this be a sensationalized effort for online attention? Your thoughts on this eerie situation? Be prepared for an eerie tale involving dolls. 10 years ago, a man named Paul Hayward shared a video that continues to baffle him. According to Paul, his passion for collecting antiques has revealed that certain objects can retain inexplicable energies. One item that particularly unnerved him was a small 1970s doll. Despite repeatedly finding the doll in different positions than he left it, Paul eventually opted to leave a camera to record it overnight. As he reviewed the footage, a sinking feeling settled in his heart.
What? What's really hood, bitch? You good? Raggedy Ann looking motherfucker, you ain't even a real boy. You're not...
A glue stick placed on the arm of the chair was unexpectedly knocked off by an unseen force. Shortly after, the doll's arm began moving eerily. As the movement seemed to halt, the doll's head turned towards the camera, fixing its gaze in its direction. In a chilling twist, the doll abruptly whipped its head to the left. This unsettling footage has lingered in Paul's thoughts for the past decade. The question remains, was this genuinely unexplainable activity, or could it have been a carefully crafted hoax? The following chilling clips are sourced from the TikTok account of Franco Villegas. These eerie videos, showcasing terrifying encounters within his supposedly haunted house, continue to linger in my mind. Despite his consistent uploads, Franco suddenly ceased posting, with his last video dating back to May 2020. Compiling Franco's most frightening videos for today's episode, I aim to revisit these hair-raising moments. While you might have seen a few, a refresher on their creepiness won't hurt, as they continue to resonate with an unsettling vibe.
Alright, I'm gonna try to communicate with the student as they told me. His heart is missing, according to him. Turn on the light.
All of the lights.
Okay.
I said the lights, bitch.
Young from ABC News. If you are here in the bathroom, turn the water back on.
Thank you for watching.
Is anyone else quiet here in this house? My life is in danger.
You.
Anyway, I keep my... No, I am leaving.
Oh!
Did you try in the first episode?
What the f is that? That's not the cat! Ah!
Did you try in the first episode?
That's the hope from the grudge. The cat!
Close the door.
I respect you.
Franco is abruptly awakened by peculiar noises originating from another section of his house. Then, without explanation, his shower begins operating on its own, turning off and on intermittently. On a different night, the light in Franco's home moves erratically, followed by his bedroom door autonomously slamming shut. As he looks towards the door, a dark figure with what appears to be glowing eyes stares directly at Franco before the door forcefully shuts. Upon investigating, the figure has vanished. During another unsettling incident, while playing with his cat, a strange noise startles Franco. He turns to find the dark figure staring eerily at him. Charging towards it, Franco discovers the figure has disappeared. Tired of these restless and unnerving experiences, Franco, in a bid to feel safer, decides to install a CCTV camera at the top of the stairs to monitor the strange occurrences.
Oh my God.
Following a sudden flash of light, an enigmatic female figure is spotted standing motionless before abruptly disappearing as Franco rushes down the stairs. Determined to capture any further anomalies, Franco decides to readjust the camera, placing it in his bedroom, focusing on the door where the figure had appeared on prior eerie nights. The footage he manages to capture leaves him deeply unsettled.
Oh no.
After a slow creak.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It's your boy BlastphamousHD. Twizzam.